Guys, this is just a quick update. If you haven't heard, the popular Nano S is being phased out by Ledger. Yes, a lot of people are frustrated. They're saying like Ledger is essentially forcing us to buy another product and enter the seed phrase in. Well, it's been almost 10 years, and crypto has obviously changed a lot since then, so they're not going to be releasing any more updates to the Nano S. Now, that does mean the Nano S is not going to be supporting any more new coins. Some are hoping that there's going to be an open source package somewhere that will actually keep supporting the Nano S. I can understand why a company would want to discontinue support for a product after like 9 or 10 years though. This originally launched in 2016 and it was the product. It's not its like first product, but it was the product that made Nano very, very popular. And some people are saying you're betraying it since you're kind of like withdrawing support for it. But realistically, like support for a product really only goes so long, right? So I definitely don't really blame them at all for doing this. I can see like a good reason for them doing this because they have a lot of other products. They obviously want people to transition. But if you have a Nano S, you might want to buy another product because it won't be getting any more updates. The company advises users to upgrade to a newer model, citing upcoming shifts in blockchain protocols that could render the device obsolete over time. So even if they like stop supporting, it'll still work, but newer coins, like newer versions of coins, will probably not work on Ledger Nano, and the longer you get away from it, the harder it is. So Ledger, the maker of crypto wallets, is winding down its Nano S line and urging users to prepare for a switch to modern alternatives. Maybe like Nano S Plus or Nano X. I would suggest the Nano X. There is a bit of a caveat to this because remember about 2 years ago or a year ago or whenever it was, maybe it was 3 years ago. I don't exactly remember. There was that whole issue of like some of the newer models had a backdoor. I think the Nano S was probably like the only model that didn't really have that, but I think the backdoor thing was overblown. So I'm not really too afraid of that. Ledger is transitioning away from Ledger Nano S, the company's spring 2025 update notes. As a result, new apps, future submissions, and app updates on the Nano S will not be accepted. We recommend you begin planning for this transition now to ensure continuity for users by warning your community that support of your blockchain app wallet service on Nano S is not guaranteed. People are not going to be happy with that, obviously. It confirmed that it stopped manufacturing the Nano S and suggests users move to other models like S or X. And of course, people aren't happy with that. But realistically, 9-10 years is a pretty good amount of time to actually support a product. I don't think Microsoft actually supports versions of Windows quite that long. I think it's pretty close, honestly. And realistically, buying a new product every 9 or 10 years, not the worst thing in the world. Just make sure you don't give your old wallet to someone else because that could actually cause trouble. Everything is basically controlled by the private key though, so as long as that stays with you, you should actually be fine. But this is just a quick notice that Ledger Nano S is being phased out and you should probably buy a new hardware wallet if you are using that model. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.